In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Star Wars The Vintage Collection Lando Calrissian on the Empire Strikes Back card. Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video. As I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be taking a look at the all new Lando Calrissian from the Vintage Collection on this glorious Empire Strikes Back card. Now, first off, I want to get Bossk out of the way because I do want to bring in the original card back, or not the original, but the original modern version, which is from the Vintage Original Trilogy collection, just to show you the difference, to see what they've done with the card back. Now, as you can see there, sorry about the glare of the light, but they have lightened up the image very, very slightly of Lando on the card back compared to this one. This one over here is definitely a little bit duller in the colour, and also it looks a little bit out of focus possibly. They've definitely improved it on this one. You can really clearly see Lando, and also there you can see the discoloration on the torso of the original figure. So this guy is a huge improvement without even getting the guy out of the package. You can see that. So let's get rid of this one, and also this one is now going to be relegated from my wall, because once I get a new one of these carded, because I'm opening this one today, this one will no longer be needed on the wall because I'll have the card back and he can just go in a box somewhere. But let's take a look at the brand new card back. Okay, so there he is, as I said, Lando Calrissian on the card back there from the Empire Strikes Back, and he looks glorious. And there he is in the bubble on the orange background with the orange name pill. Lando Calrissian in the name pill, and you can't beat the Empire Strikes Back logo. That is a fantastic logo. Always looks good on the vintage style cards. Back of the card there, he is VC205 in the line. 206 was IG11. I reviewed him yesterday, so if you haven't checked out that review, check out that review, because that is an amazing figure. I did think that Lando Calrissian was going to be the best figure of the wave, but IG11 is pushing him, because that is an absolutely fantastic figure. So there you go, there's Lando in the bubble. And we're going to get this figure out in a moment and check him out, but he's looking pretty cool there. Yeah, so there you go then. Let's do this. Let's open him up. Alright then, so here is Lando Calrissian out of the packaging, and the first thing I wanted to bring to your attention is the head sculpt. They have done an amazing job on this guy. It looks pretty much exactly like Billy D. Williams. They've got the likeness down to a T. Let's get a look at that head sculpt there. Look at that. Fantastic. The paintwork's good. The moustache is straight. The eyes are good. Eyebrows are straight. Really good. And whichever way you look at it, really, I think they've got that nailed. He looks absolutely great. And to be honest, I've been looking forward to this figure for a very long time. I feel that it was a character that was highly requested to be updated in the Vintage Collection, and it is a bit sad to see some of these swinging on the pegs compared to the other figures, but I do believe that there was 3 of them in a case assortment, so that might be one of the reasons. But if you're undecided on this figure, I really think you should pick this figure up. This is a fantastic Lando. You're not going to get any better than this. And to me, it looks like a scaled down mini version of the Black Series. All of the points of articulation look exactly the same. He's got the split on his torso there, which doesn't look too bad actually. It doesn't look too offensive. Some of the original promo shots, that split on his torso didn't look too great, but I think that's all right. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't really get in the way. I think that's nice. So there we go. You can see some of the hinges on the arms as well. It does really look like a mini scaled down version of the Black Series, as I said. So there he is holding his blaster. Always wondered why he comes with that blaster and not a Stormtrooper blaster, because I'm pretty sure he used a Stormtrooper blaster for the majority of the Empire Strikes Back. But look at that. Look at that head sculpt. Absolutely fantastic. That is just amazing. And of course, he's going to go very nicely with the Bespin Escape layer that we have got this year. Although that figure could have been improved really, but still, we've got her now, and this Lando is just incredible. He does come with a soft goods cape. Now mine is a little bit crumpled out of the packaging. You might want to sort of flatten it down if you possibly can, or maybe even iron it. But as you can see, it's blue on the outside. He has the black collar, and then on the inside it has that sort of, I don't know what it is. It's like a paisley effect almost, but like a patterned effect. Very nice indeed. It's really nice quality material as well. And it has a little string around his neck there. So if you pop the head off, you would be able to take this off. And there he is with his blue pants, or trousers as we say in the UK, and his black boots. He looks really good. I might take the cape off in a minute just so we can have a look at the figure in a bit more detail and have a look at the articulation and things like that. But you will see that the cape has been sewn and pinned back just like that, just so it sits a bit better on his shoulders and flows a little bit better. And I think that looks really, really good. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get much better than this than a 3 3/4 inch scale version of Lando. That head sculpt's really, really good. As good as the Black Series in my opinion. And yeah, fantastic. Right, let's take off the cape and check out his articulation. Okay, so there he is without the cape. And as you can see, the neck doesn't look too big or anything once the cape's off. I was worried that once you took that cape off with the collar that his neck would look a little bit dodgy. But it looks absolutely perfect to me. And there he is with the back of his hair. And there's the back of him there. Now you can see it without that cape on. All right, let's take a look at the articulation. So the head is on a double barbell. So you've got a movement like that, side to side. All the range of motion that you're ever going to need, really. Full range. Ball jointed shoulders. We have a hinge at the elbow, which swivels. Hinge at the wrist, swivel. And here's this torso cut here. So that's on like a ball there. So he's got a pretty decent amount of movement on there. So you can get him in some decent poses and things like that. Not too much though. You don't want it to be too much because you don't really want to end up having a big split there like that. So that's not too bad at all. Now some people on figures like this prefer swivel hips because they don't like the fact that he looks like potentially that he's got a nappy on, but I don't think that's the case. I quite like this because you do get the full range of movements. You can get him in some poses. So he has the hinge at the hip, so you can kick out as far as there. And of course you can put him forward as well. Split at the thigh. We have a hinge at the knee, which has been disguised very nicely with the trousers there. And when you put it forward like that, it doesn't look too bad at all. Not too much overhang of the trouser. It looks really good. And then we have a hinge at the ankle with a swivel. And of course, the knees swivel as well. So there you go then. That's the brand new Lando Calrissian. Fantastic looking figure. So glad they've updated it. Of course, we needed that Lando Calrissian card in the Vintage Collection. The VOTC one wasn't really enough, and also that figure had all sorts of problems. It wasn't a great figure, and also the torso just went green with pretty much every example I've ever seen. So this one looks like it's got much better paint. No overspill on the neck there with that black, so that's really nice. And I just think they've done a pretty good job with Lando overall. So if you haven't picked this figure up already, I recommend you do so. You're going to need one of these for your carbon freezing chamber or whatever other setup you have for your Empire Strikes Back. This is an imperative figure to have in the collection. One more time. Let's have a look at Billy D. Fantastic. Alright then guys, that's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my members and my Patreon supporters. It means a massive amount to me, so thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed the review, and we shall see you on the next one.